All right, we are live on fucking apocalypse. Shit is real. We got pandemics. We got fucking civil war brewing. Uh, Shit's fucking gnarly.
Yeah, just for now,
You
they
know,
just
it's
they just entered this
it's fucking
intersection, and
gnarly
it's
right now.
likely that we'll see
Let's
them
turn
get up
down
and
this
move.
desktop
Like I
audio
said, the
so you're not
group.
getting so much
This
reverb.
is a smaller section of the group. Let me come out wider to show you as I go down south on Cahuenga. The rest of the group has already make their way southbound here, and you see they're moving towards Melrose right now. So it looks like they may be heading back to their vehicles wherever they're parked at, out towards the south and west.
Fuck, let's hope. The first thing I noticed though was that all weekend I've been watching these protests and riots, and people were out without masks, and then like suddenly Monday morning, and everybody was like, "Oh fuck, that's right. There's a pandemic. I don't have to go to work today." And they're like, now they're out here with masks and shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just an interesting observation. Um, Now these folks are all protesting in Los Angeles, where they're supposed to be having a curfew happening here in a half an hour. I'm guessing. It's my guess. 7 o'clock curfew. I haven't been following this shit today. It's been madness. I mean, I'm following it. I fucking have Twitter like anybody else, but um, it's just so disheartening, all of it, to see. For the people that are out there protesting, obviously, fuck, we all stand with y'all. We should all be out protesting killer cops. Police fucking murder 11 to 1,200 people a year in this country, so we should most certainly be protesting them bastards. Oh, look, they're mobilizing. Jesus Christ, how many cops is that? We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34. There's 50 or 60 police officers just on that corner, pushing these people back. So yes, you know what I'm saying? Like, protesting killer cops is a thing we should be doing. The fact that it's racialized in this country right now is going to be the reason why no solution or no justice comes. Because instead of working together, people are fighting at each other's throats over the oppression Olympics still in 2020. Now, I haven't covered this kind of stuff in probably 4 or 5 years now, because I decided 4 or 5 years ago that I wanted to make this channel more about positive, uplifting, kind of fun, cannabis-related stuff. Just getting stoned and playing video games and thinking about life and shit. More philosophy. But occasionally, race riots happen in Los Angeles, Minnesota, fucking New York, Chicago, Philadelphia, Reno, Nevada, Las Vegas, everywhere. So, if I'm going to cover it or watch it, I might as well cover it. And what I think we'll likely see is a lot less of these signs, right? Guys with signs.
Jack and Jamie, I'm hearing that they're going to do a mass arrest of these people.
Oh my goodness, they're going to mass arrest these people.
Also, El Centro and Gregory, those people are going to be going to jail as well. El Centro and Gregory. This is Cahuenga and Waring.
This shit's about to get fucking real, folks. And the question and concern we should have is who's in the van or the car, and what's their job there? I don't need real-time protection. Leave me alone. Are these people here just trying to get through the crowd? Are they just protesting?
They're going to arrest about 100 people at El Centro and Gregory.
Oh my God.
And then this group will be after that.
They're fucking funneling these people right now. Anybody that's in this neck of the woods, or if you know anybody in this neck of the woods, you need to be calling and texting them now, letting them know they need to get the fuck inside. See this? All these people are under arrest. You see them circled? You see this shit? They're preparing to go flat.
Here comes the van.
Oh, this guy's doing acrobatics and shit down here. Why would they move from that?
This guy right here. This is the arrest van that's coming into Gregory and El Centro. CHP, yeah. That's another van there.
People are like calling their parents and shit right now. Being like, Mom, I'm gonna need you to come bail me out of lockup. It's gonna be a long night. This is where the gulags start, folks. Unfucking real.
Say that again. You can if you, yeah, sure. Thank you. We have room because I can still see both groups.
Okay. This guy's
Perfect. That's
fucking
perfect.
I'm ready for it. This dude's like, really, guys? I can't just get out of here. I'm fucking in a wheelchair.
That's
and
great.
shit."
Yeah, perfect.
He just wheelchairing to take a shot. Good shot. Here comes the brass. Distributing orders. He's going to figure out where his team's supposed to go. This guy's mobilizing up here. These guys are getting ready to plot some shit. They're like, yo, what are we going to do, man? We're going to fight these dudes?
Well, thank you for joining us on the web. This is Gil Avis, Sydney's Chopper 4 Bravo, along with my pilot, Mike Rodriguez. We're looking at Hollywood here. This is the intersection of Gregory and El Centro. There's a group of protesters here in the center of the street that we're hearing now that will be arrested because the curfew is now in effect and they have not dispersed. The other group is close by at Melrose and Cahuenga, and I'll swing the camera over there so you get a look at that. Not too far from that location.
Are we not seeing this?
Is
Am I seeing something
another
different than you
group
guys
here,
are?
and I'll show you right in the center of the screen. They've moved southbound on Cahuenga to Melrose, and now they're dispersing, so that's a good sign. We were hearing that possibly this group would be arrested, but it looks like they're being released westbound on Melrose, and they're moving on their way. But this other group over here at Gregory and El Centro remain inside the perimeter here. Inside the perimeter of the skirmish lines. We're going to move up to Sunset and Gower because we were hearing of some active situation there. There was a Rite Aid there that was being looted, and there's a fight going on with officers. We're going to expedite up there right now real quick, and that's just going to be right here. That's a Hollywood Forever Cemetery there, and we're going up to Sunset.
Unreal. Now they're going to leave because they realize that they just filmed the fucking police. Holding protesters until after the curfew, specifically so they could arrest them. That shit happened to me in Central Oregon. I got held at a...
Here is Sunset and El Centro. I believe this is what they were talking about. Up to the right is the, on the bottom of the screen, is the Rite Aid that was looted a short time ago. You see the response, a huge response by LAPD here on Sunset at Gower.
Yeah,
that Gower's there on the right-hand side of your screen. Here's El Centro and Sunset.
They're fucking in the... not in the hood. They're in the nice part of town. And the cops are beginning to form formation here as well. They're going to start pushing back this way, closing these people off. I don't know if we'll get to see it because these cameramen can't seem to keep an eye out. They're over here now watching basically nothing because the other spot, they're holding a giant group of protesters for another 20 minutes so that they can arrest them. There's these people down here yelling shit at the cops. Whoa. Why'd they cut the feed? What the fuck? What the fuck? So they cut the live feed. NBC4 and Hollywood. What the fuck? Now they're somewhere new. I wonder what the fuck was going on down there that they bounced out.
Well, we're listening to the LAPD try to coordinate this incident here on Sunset. Two groups that have broken apart from each other from Gower eastbound and Gower westbound. We're looking at Sunset and Gordon. And the LAPD motor officers here are been dispatched to this intersection to shut that down and box in the people that are here in between Gower and Gordon there on Sunset. And they're calling for these people to be arrested on this section of the group. It's a smaller group.
Yeah,
they are making their way eastbound on Sunset here.
45.
And they're going to come across those motor
15
officers
minutes.
That are just now setting up. In the meantime, across to the west of Gower, you'll see the response by the LAPD, all those units there on Sunset. and the crowd, a larger crowd at this intersection. This is Sunset and El Centro.
Oh my God.
That's pretty much a peaceful, static scene right now. Here is where the LAPD is going to move their skirmish lines in, move this line to the east, and those motor officers are supposed to be moving to the west. In the meantime, more units are rolling into this
That's a great
area
shot. That girl just got a fucking dope picture.
to support these motor officers.
Ah, what beautiful symmetry
Watching
that is. That looks so good,
mobile
I bet.
field force coming up. I believe it's Vine Street.
This guy
about
just can't figure out where the fuck he's gonna go. He's just trying to get the fuck out of here.
20 vehicles of LAPD, and then about another dozen motor officers that are coming
we
up
see it.
northbound. They're coming in to assist this situation here on Sunset near Gower.
There is no situation. All these people are leaving. They're fucking getting out of Dodge. The president went on television and said he'd fucking deploy the army if they stayed out too late tonight. So most of them are getting the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ, folks. I support protesting the fucking police because the police are brutal murderers who kill us with wanton fucking disregard for any laws or
Some of the group there at
repercussions.
El Centro and Sunset have broken away. They're running west and then up. This is Argyle.
Oh, nice.
And now this group is breaking up. They're going to be moving in two directions, west on Sunset, north on El Centro.
Because these guys just got on a loudspeaker and said, if you motherfuckers are here in 10 minutes, you're all going to be arrested. This fucking guy's got his little baby skateboard. He's like, I'm a baby skateboard out of here. I'm just a baby skateboarding the fuck out of this motherfucker. Police are moving in a line. Law enforcement's, they're fucking herding people like cattle. They're literally using cowboy techniques to hurdle these people like cattle.
Say that again, Mike. Thank you.
Just herding them. Look at this guy. He's getting one last good picture before he gets the fuck out of here. Shit's about to get real. They're like, you folks need to go. We're not trying to fucking hurt anybody. We all need to get out of here. What the fuck, dude? You ain't gotta touch me like that. Ooh, some shit's squaring off. Where are you going? Where are you going? Are you guys not paying any attention at all? This guy's about to get arrested hard. He just figured that out too. He's like, you know what? You know what? Actually, now that you mention it, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
Hey there.
Hi there.
Hey, pulled up.
How you doing?
Okay. No, we are Hollywood. This is Sunset and Argyle right now. Police are staging, but they're trying to make arrests on the groups here, but the groups are moving a little bit too fast for the officers right now to get into position. They're trying to box them in like they are here. And they're calling for arrests to be made.
These people still have 10 minutes. They need to
You got
rush
it.
them. This whole group of people just needs to run that fucking way. What, are they going to shoot them all? Fuck them. They pull the guns, trample them.
If you're just joining us on the web, this is Gil Levis in News, Chopper 4 Bravo, along with my pilot, Mike Rodriguez. Thank you for joining us. We're watching activity by the LAPD here in Hollywood off of Sunset. This is Argyle and Selma right now. We're looking at a group that's marched up the street here. LAPD, because of the curfew that's in effect, are issuing, they're basically saying they're going to arrest these people if they do not move on and move to their cars to vacate the area. And it appears that they've boxed in several people here along Argyle. The LAPD has set up skirmish lines in different areas here along Sunset as well as down on Melrose. That Melrose scene in Cahuenga has dismantled. That group has moved off to the west and away from the area, but here in Sunset is the hot spot between Argyle there, and there's the response here on El Centro. LAPD along with the CHP are moving in this area. This skirmish line here is pushing west on Sunset. Here's another one on El Centro. There was a group here that was formed here of protesters. They have moved north here towards Selma at a pretty fast clip, and they've moved out of the area pretty much. Another skirmish line that's set up here. The fire department is on scene for support. We're hearing that these people are all going to jail because of the curfew. That's what they're talking about right now. And so they're trying to get officers in the area to effect those arrests. There are several vans, buses that are here on scene that will be used to take anybody who's arrested to jail. There's a couple of sheriff's vehicles, or sheriff's buses, I should say, that are there on the north side of
Look at
Sunset.
these people.
Just to the south here, below us, right at the bottom of your screen, you'll see a bunch more LAPD units that responded to this Rite Aid at Gower and Sunset it was probably about an hour ago now. There was a lot of looting happening to that Rite Aid. They moved in quickly and the crowd dispersed. Here's some more south of Sunset.
Man, we keep losing. Keep losing the guys at Channel 4.
Let me switch hilltops. NOC from Bravo. Hey, Chris from Gill on the 450. Hey, Chris, I think our signal is breaking up a little bit, probably mostly due to the camera ball. How are we looking into saddle, or is there an option for us for maybe OAT or PB? Yes, sir, we are.
So we got 100 cops there.
And
Two.
sorry, Chris, did you say K-Joy? Someone else talked over you.
Fuck, dude, there's probably 100 cops in that line right now. Man, you know I'm into this fucking scene on the screen when I haven't said anything for like 10 minutes. If you're just joining us, it says now playing drugs still. Oh my god. I gotta change my life. Riot Cops, that's what we'll call it. We're watching Riot Cops. Providing they get their damn stream back on, this fucking shit is insane, folks. So what we're basically seeing when they come back is Los Angeles police, as well as in conjunction with the fine folks at, oh my god, that's good, but it's going to go bad soon if I don't get the fuck back into some cooler air. The fine folks at the CHP, the California Highway Patrol, they are boxing in protesters in downtown Hollywood.
Let me check with NOC.
To make mass arrests.
And
the
Chris,
reason they're doing
are we
this is so
into
that they can
Kendrick,
instigate, they can push, they're
still
trying to
black?
push the Trump administration to pull the trigger like they said they would. Essentially,
thank
this
you.
is going to say we need
Q
help.
Center to KJOA, we
National
are
Guard.
now up. Well, this group was being talked about by the LAPD. They may have caught word that this group was going to be arrested. They were going to try to box them in between Sunset and that street that they're running on there, Leland Way. They must have caught word that that was going to happen, or maybe they announced it, that an arrest would be made, but they've moved away westbound on...
Huh, yeah, lost internet for a minute. Sorry there, folks. Wow, there's so many people watching the world burn on YouTube right now. They're slowing the speeds again. This guy's like, oh shit, not going that way. Alright.
Looking at Argyle here, a lot of cars on Argyle. It seems like maybe some of the protesters were parked in these parking structures. All of a sudden there was a lot of cars that came out of here as people ran in there a short time ago. This is where the LAPD has also set up a skirmish line between Sunset and Argyle, and they're talking about making arrests here, but it looks like the majority of the people there were able to get into their vehicles, and they're trying to get out of those parking structures and move away from the area. Here's an arrest being made. This is Argyle,
Arresting this girl
just
out of a
north
car.
of Sunset.
There you go, arrest him as well. Why run? Why run? Even man, I'm trying to get the hell out of here. Jesus.
Two arrested here.
Arrested for being somewhere. Literally, wrong place, wrong time.
Okay.
If I was that girl, I would be up and over whatever the
Okay,
fuck
thank
this
you. I'll
thing
try to
is.
get that locator right now. Hey, Jack, fuel, we have well over an hour. Walgreens in Hollywood. Do you know where? Oh, it might be here. Wait, I think I see it. Where are they? Okay, I think let me see. Is this it? Right here. This is it.
National Guard. You see him pull away real fast? National Guard right
Santa
there.
Monica and Highland.
Santa Monica and Highland, National Guard. They've already called in the National Guard.
Whereabouts? 10 o'clock? Okay. This is it. It's opening is facing west. We are here, Jack. We're here. We're just trying to get in position. There's the protesters that are blocking the Walgreens. Windows are smashed there. It's unclear if they got in. It doesn't look like it. Okay. They were blocking. They're just leaving now because the group has moved away.
Wow. Tweeting notes for myself, essentially.
This is likely then.
Wow, look at this mass of fucking people that
Hey,
were
Jack,
just...
you're coming in a little low, but the protesters were blocking the looters from getting in there, and the looters moved on. Everybody's moved on from the Walgreens now.
Oh shit, these people are all under arrest. Where's the fucking manpower for that?
I did. I got the video of them standing in front of the Walgreens blocking.
Also got video of the National Guard at another Walgreens that he is not talking about. Y'all seen how fast he pulled away from that shit? Unreal. What the fuck?
We're looking at Lexington here, Lexington Avenue and Highland Avenue. The group taking over the intersection here. Yeah, there's definitely a guy up there. LAPD does not like having anybody taking the high ground like that. They will, airship will see that and send up a team of officers to clear any high ground like that. So far, it doesn't look like the LAPD's made it here. They're behind the group about a block away.
Jesus Christ, folks.
And now they're up, and it looks like they're going to start to move again northbound. Here's the LAPD and their squad cars. There's the Walgreens that was attempted to be looted, but the protesters blocked the entrance. The window was smashed out a little bit, but they did not make entry because the protesters said no way. Actually, there is a window broken out right there as well, so, but they did not make it into the Walgreens.
Walgreens got
thanks to the protesters that were blocking it and saying, no way, you're not going to loot this place.
There's a new business idea. Anybody who's feeling fucking, what do you call it? Spry, I guess. Oh damn, they'll be walking like by some Tupac guys and shit. But you could offer services in places like Minnesota and California and Philadelphia, where you go around in the spring, you know, and board motherfuckers shit up for them.
Yeah.
Riot season is upon us.
Okay.
The curfew just started, 7 a.m. We haven't gone back to the scene.
Yeah, it didn't look like he was armed. Let's see, there's two guys there. There's
to just wait until 7 so they could be arrested.
They both look like they have cell phones. Let's see.
Yeah, non-threats. These guys.
Yeah, he's putting away his cell phone.
We get a clearer shot
as well. Yeah.
Damn! Look at them cameras these guys got. That shit is amazing. Okay. Oh man. What they're not showing you, I'm almost certain, is everywhere else around.
Yeah,
this
Jack,
area
they are. They have been talking about it, but the group moves on them before they get a chance to get into place. That's the trouble they're having.
These people need to start moving now.
Let's move back. Wait, Vine and let's move east, Mike, to your 2 o'clock, right along the boulevard that's under you.
This shit's insane. Absolutely fucking insane. She's blowing my mind, ladies and gentlemen. Blowing it. Look at this fucking madness. Where were the police for the last 4 days? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they could have done this.
Okay, Jack. Jack
For the
understood.
last 4 days.
Sorry,
the
Steph.
city
I was
burned.
listening to, or Jack was talking to me. We're trying to get in to find where they're going to make these
But
arrests.
they didn't. Why?
Yeah,
Is anybody else out
I
there
missed
asking
where they were going to do
why?
those arrests.
Why are they not?
Okay, I think I see it.
Like, what the fuck, for
Say
real?
again. Right here on this street, they're moving
slightly,
in.
folks.
It's one south of Sunset.
There. That way when I'm looking at myself, it still looks like I'm looking at you. This shit is fucking madness.
Well,
Madness.
let me look over here now. They're just setting up a skirmish line. I think it's this group they're talking to. I don't see the people there.
Come on, guys, we're going. We're gonna go bust some hippie heads. Oh, some of us are obviously gonna have to. Who's gonna drive that car? Oh, obviously somebody's gonna have to get in this car.
Can you?
I wish I could hear the.
Selma and El Centro.
There's always a couple of fucking dipshits who are like, you know what? I'm gonna be the guy on the front line,
Leland.
screaming at the cops.
Oh man, Leland and I missed the cross. CVS. Looters in a... Leland
Holy
and...
shit.
Here's where they're going to make the arrest. There's a CVS with looters in it. They didn't say the locator. Here's the arrest.
Some looters.
You got that, Mike? Just one south of
You gotta stop looting shit, people.
Sunset there. You can go forward a little bit if you want. Trees will get out of there. One, two, three, four, at least.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is Leland, just west of El Centro. Leland Way and El
So
Centro.
they're making arrests there, but this is happening in Las Vegas right now. This fashion show mall.
You can
This is
move
literally down the
west,
street from
Mike, just forward if you can.
where I work.
I think they're all behind this tree in the building.
I might get out of work this week. We may not be open.
That guy have a dog? What does that guy have?
Shit.
That guy has a dog. Hey Jack, you might want to mark the tape that one has a dog with him.
Human interest piece. Mark the tape. Mark the tape. He's got a dog. Human interest piece. These
Okay,
people are
thank you.
fucking leeches. You hear this guy? He's producing
Leland
fucking
and El
late night
Centro.
TV.
Leland Way,
He's
just
producing
west of
11
El
o'clock
Centro.
news live while it's happening. I'm fucking both impressed and disgusted simultaneously. Look at these girls. They're like fucking early 20s barely. Yeah, shit, man. I got busted looting shit at the fucking Walgreens. I just wanted Gatorade, motherfucker. The makeup's too expensive. I can't help myself. Knee on the back. Do you see the knee?
Let's see.
Watch him pull
So
the
there's a
fucking
couple
camera
here
out there.
behind this tree, Mike. If you slide left,
Knee on the back.
it is an
knee on the
east-west,
back.
yeah. If you go
This
this
is what
way,
people are
it'll clear it
riding
up.
over, knee on the back. He's doing it right there while he arrests this guy.
There it is. Yeah.
Not that it's important, but he's got his knee on the back of a white dude. The other cop was just like, hey dude, get your knee off his back. That's why these people are riding. Oh yeah, okay, there's a better way to restrain people. Everybody got zip ties? Get your zip ties. We need zip ties over here. Zip ties, get your zip ties. This motherfucker needs
Yeah,
a zip tie.
so if you want
get
to
a zip
move over
tie.
the street,
You
I
get a
think it'll
zip
clear it
tie.
up even more.
Everybody gets a zip tie.
Okay,
This
let me pull
shit
out
is
so you'll
fucked
get an
up.
idea. So you see the big construction building under construction and the empty lot?
These people are out here handing out zip ties like motherfucking Oprah. You get a zip tie? Oh, you get a zip tie? Oh, make sure he gets a zip tie. Everybody gets a zip tie. Oh, this one we gotta haul him off. Alright, I'm gonna take you to a van now. Yep. She's like, I'm gonna tell this story to my kids. You're not gonna have any kids, lady. After this, martial law's coming. This shit is so fucking scary.
On Leland Way,
on,
just
you smoke way too much
just
weed to
west
get
of
through
El
the
Centro
apocalypse.
Avenue. Leland Way and El Centro Avenue.
You see this shit, folks? There's fucking probably 200 cops there for, I don't know, 25, 30 people. This girl's like, okay, make sure the helicopter gets my cleavage. I'm an asshole. You can tell me in the comments. I
They're
don't know.
calling it about 50, 50 in custody, 50 they're calling it.
Well, they're calling it. They called it, ladies and gentlemen. It's been called. These fucking folks, man. How many people are being arrested right now? About 50. Can you imagine the paperwork?
And Jack from Gill, we still have about an hour of fuel left.
An hour and fuel left. Holy shit. Unreal.
MTA bus. There's an MTA. Hang on. Where is it? Not correct. Okay, that's a false.
What's false? Don't hold out on me, helicopter guy. What's false? Look at that guy's little green non-lethal guns. These guys, they're so cute with their guns you can green screen out. Wonder why they make them green. Although that is kind of a legitimate question.
and
Why green?
Argyle
Why not yellow
Sunset.
or red? Because they're still
Cahuenga and
dangerous.
Argyle
Why green? Why make them green? Like,
on Sunset.
makes
Should be
them
right
seem
under
like
us.
they're just, oh, they're just little toy
Sunset.
guns. Psychology, ladies and gentlemen.
It's
All you can do at this point is sit back and watch. You know?
I think it's under us, behind us.
What's funny about this is I bet they're going to secure the area and then come like midnight, these fucking people are going to go crazy out here.
I do copy. We're clear. We're clear, Mike. Yeah.
Wow. That's their full scope?
Cahuenga and Sunset, 200 people looting. So they're calling it now
Jesus, look at that fucking crowd. The police. Oh my god, dude. Can you imagine being a cop though right now, like with all of this shit that's going on? You know that you're the enemy. Like this isn't like the you know, the G20 summit or Bilderberg or something where it's a bunch of people showing up to protest rich fucking people. Like they're here to protest the cops. And like you're a cop and you got to go out here and be like
starting on Hollywood Boulevard.
On the fucking front line, literally. Like, is there in a line? Not because it's a war. It shouldn't be referenced like a war, but it's kind of turning that way. So, like, maybe, but still.
Do you see the airship?
On a line. No, is there a fucking a Zeppelin? There's a Zeppelin I don't see? What the fuck?
Because okay, one over. Because I heard them say that Hollywood Boulevard. Oh yeah, I think that's one. The what we need. Yeah. There we go. Perfect.
Wow. Yeah, my fucking business, my work is closed today early because of potential riots and shit. And I mean, yeah, it makes sense. I sell drugs for a living. You know what I'm saying? Like, dispensaries are definitely a potential threat. Or a potential target, excuse me, not a threat. You know, we're at a higher level of threat. Let's see if any of these people get away. Look at how many people. Again, imagine, like, you and like 50 buddies got to stop all of those people. With mostly rubber bullets. Like, that would be terrifying. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this mob turns into a fucking mob.
They're at Sunset and La Brea currently.
There's not enough police on fucking duty for the job right now. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Look at that fucking crowd of people. And then look at this fucking shit. You got like, fuck, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 20 cops. And then over here you got what? 1, 2.
A moment to throw on my sweater.
This bitch telling us about putting her sweater on. She a YouTuber. Look at all of that.
Yeah, exactly, but it's okay.
All of that decides to come at you. You're either open fire or you're fucking on your way.
Okay. Cool.
These people are basically just running around Los Angeles, sitting down in the middle of the roads, waiting for the cops to show up and then scattering and then doing it again somewhere else. Which I'm not opposed to. Again, like, this is what a protest looks like, by the way, in case anybody wanted to know. Like, this is, I'm fucking all about this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a big fan of the cops, like, boxing people in before the curfew. But after 7 p.m., when the curfew went into effect, if you're out here, like, that's the choice you made. You're likely to get arrested or end up involved in some kind of erupted riot. But, we'll see what happens. They have an hour of fuel left. Damn, that smoke looks cool on the green screen, doesn't it? Well, I opened the garage door. There's no way I'm going to get a... What the fuck is that? No way I'm going to get a good puffy smoke ring right now with the fan and the door open, but that would look dope.
Just south of that.
I know technically it's a failure in my green screen skills to have such thick black lines around me, but I like this comic book look. It's kind of neat.
Okay, looks like they're going to be going northbound on La Brea. Northbound La Brea, they're making that turn.
Is there a way to pop this out as its own thing? This really frustrates me sometimes. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Oh. Yeah, there we go.
If you buy camera gear on
I
Amazon,
hate
you should
these
use
fucking
Wikibuy.
ads.
It's a
Fuck
browser
you,
extension.
Wikibuy guy. Let's also see, maybe, if their fucking stream comes up. Would be what's happening in Atlanta as well. That is a big maybe, apparently. Well.
10-4,
Excuse
Jimmy,
me.
just copied you. Thank you. And thank you to all of you who are joining us online. I'm Miliana Marino of Hero News Chopper 4 Alpha, along with my pilot, Saro Garabetian, as we watch a group of peaceful protesters make their way through Hollywood. They're currently going northbound on La Brea, coming away from Hawthorne Avenue. This is a group that we've been watching for quite a while. It's a group that originated near Crescent and Sunset. A group that numbered at about 400 people at its peak, maybe even more. This was part of a protest that was put on by singer and artist Lizzo, and it has been a peaceful protest thus far. At one point, the protest even making its way over to Hollywood and Highland before continuing to travel through the streets here of Hollywood. We've been looking at some of the signs that these protesters have, and a lot of them do make reference to George Floyd. I've seen some make reference to Trayvon Martin. They are calling for an end to police brutality, as well as to seek justice in the death, most recently of George Floyd, but other young African American.
She got
men
told
and
keep it
women
on
have
point,
died
keep it
in
on message, George
altercations with
Floyd.
police.
Stop dropping
The
other names.
protesters, though, continue walking here north on La Brea. However, there is, of course, the curfew well in effect, which means that even though they are not committing any acts of vandalism, they're continuing to peacefully protest, they do have the risk of getting arrested by authorities
They have
for
till 8
violating
o'clock
curfew.
until these people go fucking ham
At
on
this
one
point,
another.
we haven't seen any of these individuals be taken into custody. However, not far away from here, we were, when we first arrived on scene to take over for our partners in News Chopper 4 Bravo, we noticed that there were some arrests going on near Sunset Boulevard, just to our south. So at one point we'll get down there to show you
Let's
what
see
that
what's
looks like. But
some
for
better
now, we'll
coverage
continue
of
to
the
watch
DC
these
coverage
peaceful
right now.
protesters make their way here on La Brea, coming up to Hollywood. So a major intersection here in the Hollywood area. Again, Hollywood Boulevard and La Brea.
Fuck that ad. Okay. Not a whole lot seems to be going on over here in DC from the fine folks at Ruptly.
You can see what this is doing to traffic in the area, though.
Oh, here we
All of
go.
those cars right behind the protesters. It's unclear if they are connected to the protest or if they're other people just trying to make their way through. But I would say that at least some of them are participating in this protest. As you can see that there's some people hanging out the window there as they travel northbound on La Brea coming up to Hollywood Boulevard. I haven't had a chance to check what direction they're going to take when they get to Hollywood. So I'm going to move the shot over there and we'll find out together. And it looks like they are in fact going to be going westbound. So
Fuck, they shut off tear gas in DC just now. People are getting the fuck out of Dodge. Fairly soon I just heard a cop say, if you don't start leaving, we're gonna start shooting. Battle? So far,
and as we continue to fly here, we're also monitoring the police scanner up here at News Chopper 4 Alpha, and we are hearing that there is some looting going on in the area, some arrests taking place. We just heard that they actually have 25 people that they're going to take into custody for looting, and that's again here in the Hollywood area. I actually even hear that they're chasing one of those looters now on foot. But we, of course, want to focus on the reason we're here. We want to focus on the peaceful protesters that continue to walk here westbound on Hollywood Boulevard.
Man, they just straight up tell you, we're not going to show you the arrests or
the
whether they're not there legitimate
tragic
or not.
death
We're
of
just gonna
George
show you the
Floyd in
peaceful guys,
Minneapolis,
which I'm happy
Minnesota,
about, seeing
in an
peaceful people,
altercation with police in that city. All of the police officers who were involved in that altercation.
but I'm not going to give them their fucking soapbox there. Here, let's see what else is up. Los Angeles is really the only thing happening, huh? Okay.
Wilshire and the 405 freeway. We were there earlier when some of those protesters made their way onto the 405 freeway, and they cleared off the freeway within 15-20 minutes. And we just had gone over there to see what the status of that situation was. Back with you guys here online. We're just coordinating things. There's a lot going on up here. We've got the peaceful protests on Hollywood Boulevard, which is where we want to put our main focus, because we really want to give a voice to the people that are legitimately out here with a constitutional right to protest and ask for justice. And then there is also unfortunately, there's also some looting in the area, so we've got an ear on that and continuing to listen to that. And then also we're hearing that our other chopper, News Chopper 4 Bravo, is also off to a story as well.
Are we gonna go back to 720p or what?
Yeah, so we hear that Bravo is heading out to something perhaps in the Inland Empire. We, of course, will have more on that once they arrive. But this is Hollywood Boulevard with a cross of Fuller. Hollywood Boulevard and Fuller. The bulk of the crowd taking over the intersection here. Of course, still continuing to be a peaceful protest. We have personally not witnessed any of these protesters take part in any sort of criminal activity of any kind. And now they're back on the move, headed back westbound on Hollywood Boulevard.
Wow. Unfucking believable. I mean, when the news takes a stand, it should concern folks, you know. And it's not a not righteous stand. That doesn't matter. The righteousness of the stand is not relevant. The credibility of the news comes in impartiality to the dissemination of the news. Like, I'm not saying a news anchor can't feel a certain way about a fucking story. I'm saying they can't make that part of their story, you know. And when the entire news team is like, look, NBC offices are not far from these people. We're giving them a voice because we don't want them to burn our shit like they did at CNN. And again, I'm not saying that people don't deserve a voice. I'm glad that they're getting their voice, but I'm saying the altruism that they're trying to present is false.
Okay. And what was the cross to Zelza?
Wow.
Okay.
Shit, I forgot I was recording this. That's a huge chunk of space on the hard drive I'll have to clean up.
So you think maybe some looting?
Did you see how, like, she kind of sounded stuck? Like, did you mean maybe some looting? Some looting? Maybe. Oh, these guys are getting the fuck out of here. They're like, no, this is my block. I'm out. Good luck, y'all. Black Lives Matter. Not going to jail today.
Okay, cool. Just texted them so that they know.
Man, the smoke is fucking with the green screen effect over here.
Assignment desk from Alpha. Are we streaming on Telemundo as well, or just NBC?
It's the tobacco and cannabis, not the Rona. Worry not.
10-4, we'll go take a peek.
God damn, it is hot.
Let me punch in an address real quick, Sarah. There may be some looting that they want to look at. Hollywood and Argyle. Just about a mile away. Oh, really? Let me tell them. Assignment desk from Alpha. We're also hearing that there may be some activity near the 405 and the 118. They're gonna... Oh, it was a chase? It was a pursuit, but sounds like they're terminating. Could you fly to the east along Hollywood Boulevard, just past the Pantages? That's Hollywood and Argyle, where we may have some looting. They're not streaming. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Here's your Argyle and Hollywood call, Jamie. Oh. It's coming right under us. Copilot monitor, map overlay. There you go. And for all of you who are watching us online, we're just arriving on Hollywood and Argyle. Our assignment desk heard that there was some looting taking place, and it looks like we also have arrests taking place. So there you go, the iconic Walk of Fame juxtaposition against some of these people that are now under police custody. Probably anywhere from 10 to 12 people there up against the wall, all
Wow.
handcuffed.
Had to pee.
And you-
Sorry.
Well, we actually have additional people just under that overhang there, so
So it looks like they are focusing police attention right now, at least on looting.
so all in all, at least 20
less on
people here.
Protesters.
Yeah,
That's
right
kind of
here
a
at
bonus.
Hollywood and Argyle. People who are in custody, it's unclear if they are in custody because of looting or if it is related to the curfew violation, as it is past 6 o'clock.
Wow. It's crazy. This whole time I've been drinking out of this bottle. I never once looked at it on the camera. That's green as fuck.
Here we go, someone being taken into custody right there who was fighting a bit with police, so they had to not only handcuff his hands, but they also had to tie his legs together to get him into the back of that squad car. He was fighting with them a bit. And now he's in the back of that cruiser for the LAPD's Hollywood division. Now I'm going to punch in an address real quick because we're hearing about some additional activity also in the area, but a few miles away, so let me go ahead and punch it in.
Shit.
It's where the airship is, yeah. Cool. Perfect.
Wow. Gonna need to smoke another joint. Just coughed out all my good THC.
There's additional people taken into custody there. This is going to be Vine and Melrose. So Melrose and Vine, we have additional people now under the custody of the LAPD. We're going to check the front side of this building and figure out what type of business this is. We did hear about some looting in the general area.
You got a camera that can zoom into that spot from about 3 or 4 miles away and can stabilize as you zoom your fucking physical ass way
This
over there.
may be the pavilions where we heard that there was some
But you
looting
can't-
taking place.
Google that address to find out where it is. You gotta go to it.
And sure enough, it is in fact the Pavilion's grocery store on Melrose and Vine, where some looting was taking place.
Looks like cops are having trouble getting in. Like someone maybe barricaded in there or what? Zoom in, bitch. We need to see what's going on. There we go. Let's do another one of those little zooms. We'll fade zoom.
Hey Stephanie, I gotcha.
Thank you,
Melrose and
Stephanie.
Vine in Hollywood.
What in the fuck is going on there? I feel like this looks like a breach. Like they're getting ready to fucking go in the building. Like they're stacked up. This looks like a SWAT maneuver. I'm trying to figure out what's happening. Because I don't, like, see a guy that's being arrested or anything. Right? What the fuck? What are these people doing? Are they seeing what's on sale? They just peeking through going, I wonder what's on sale. See, they're getting ready to open this. Yeah, they're breaching. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think the door is barricaded. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, it's barricaded with pallets, but I'm not sure if the store did that to protect the store, or if the looters did that. They were already there. Okay, cool. Thank you, Stephanie.
So they're just going to go in there and clear the building.
Perfect.
And
Yeah,
make sure
then it was the store that did it. Smart, though. Oh, there we go. They're moving in. Wow, look at this. LAPD officers climbing through all of the things that were blocking the door here at the pavilions on Melrose and Vine, trying to gain access into the store to find if there are any looters left inside.
Jesus.
It's a big store, so a lot of officers are responding to it.
It's a
to
pavilion.
get in there and
Where
figure
is
out
it?
if anyone is left. This is Melrose and Vine.
And why are they going in there? Are there looters inside, or?
Yeah, so they had heard that there were looters inside. They already took a few into custody, but the doors were barricaded by the store, we believe. So they had to move everything out of the way in order to climb in there and get into the store. Yeah.
Wow. Unfucking real, right? Riot cops are literally pouring into this pavilions. Just pouring in.
For Stephanie. Is the store okay? Is it okay if we stay on this?
I mean, what are you staying on? These guys are all going to go in there and... So my guess is they'll keep this chopper here, and then they're going to cut to another scene from another chopper. Tell this girl, keep an eye out. If anything goes down, they'll fucking switch back over here. Honest to God, that's what I would do right now. Because this can be boring as shit if they're just looking at the fucking door the whole time, right?
Just a sec. I wonder. We might have a pursuit. Wilcox and Santa Monica, but we also have. We just have to wait a minute because they're going to use our pictures right now, and then we can. They're still deciding whether or not to follow it. It's going to be just off of Santa Monica and Wilcox. The airship's going there now.
The airship.
It's like kind of like Highland and Santa Monica. Jack, yeah, they all climbed in there. They're checking to see if if there's anyone else in there. We hear a following though, but we know that the booth is about to use our shot for a tease. So they're bailing. Never mind, it's over. Hey, 30 seconds.
Well, 30 seconds and they're going to a pursuit. Where'd the bottle go? So, I got my water bottle, and now it's gone. Now it's there. But all you see is the light. Fuck, dude, that's kind of neat.
I'm Colleen Williams with a live update on the protests. You're looking at a live picture right now. News Chopper 4 Alpha in Hollywood. A lot of development since we left you at 6:30. LAPD combing the city, looking for looters, making arrests on the spot. Those under arrest are being loaded onto buses and then taken away. We've also seen police...
This audio is going to get me fucking flagged. So I'm killing that right now. Sorry, folks. That's audio they're using on TV, not just static from the helicopter. Whoa. What's up, little lizard? What's wrong, dude? You okay? You just freaking hot? Whoa. I'm gonna get you, little alligator dude. There's a little lizard just fucking flapping around. Looked like he was having a little lizard heart attack. I don't know what he was doing. And then he scurried the fuck off when I went to go check on him. Plight of the lizard, I guess. Alright, we're back to dead air. That means they're no longer shooting this for TV. They're just getting pictures and ready to shoot over there if they need to. But these cops are like, we're getting ready.
Almost.
Fucking suburbs here.
They were waiting till they put their helmets to make the call-outs.
Look, this guy's in a pursuit.
And for all of you watching us online, we're at Eleanor and Gower here in the Hollywood area. This is a traffic stop in progress, and there's the driver there, actually. I couldn't see him behind the tree, but we see him now. This vehicle was seen in a few areas where there was some looting taking place, so the LAPD went ahead and pulled the person over. The person pulled over without incident, so this suspect now going into police custody for looting. But now we're going to move over and we're going to try to find that large crowd of protesters that we were monitoring before. I believe they're going to be somewhere to our west, so we're going to go take a quick peek and try to find them.
Why are they still fucking floating around and not under arrest? We have to wonder. Are they being allowed to keep going for the sake of the TV? To show, hey, we got it all under control, don't worry, everything's good?
Let's see, where are...
Maybe. Probably. What's crazy to think is, I mean, look at this camera. They are far away from where she is panning into right now. And look at the definition. Like, you could... I mean, you can see what some of these people are holding in their hands from the distances that they're shooting, you know? Whoa. Once again, we've cut the stream. WTF. I mean, really. What the fuck? What's going on here? Dead air, folks. Anyway. Y'all got YouTube. You can watch the rest of this shit on your own. If it looks like riots ensue, maybe I'll come back, but I'm hungry. And I'm fucking hot. It is so hot in this garage. Oh my god. You have no fucking idea. And for those reasons...
Continuing to make their way through the streets of Hollywood, and now I believe technically we would be in the West Hollywood area, and they have been peacefully protesting most of the time. They're really not associated with any looting that has taken place, but oh, there we go. That individual there just went down. It's unclear exactly why. Nobody pushed him. He just kind of fell there in the middle of the street. Again, this is going to be Sunset and Laurel, and as you can see, deputies from the LA County Sheriff's Department moving in.
Yeah, you wonder if they're armed with rubber bullets there as we continue to watch this. Something else that we saw, and we've seen it a couple of times in the past couple of days, that was very unusual. Ileana, I believe you were over that drugstore. I'm not sure whether it was a Rite Aid or a CVS, but there was one broken window there, and there were a couple of protesters, I'd say, maybe half a dozen or so, who were trying to keep looters.
They've officially moved in on the protesters. These guys were... I just finished my stream. I'm coming back now because this was that big group of peaceful protesters that they were saying, you know, basically they were letting continue to protest for a little while. What'd I say? At fucking 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, here they are. The cops are here, closing them in, sequestering them. Every one of these idiots kneeling down right now is about to get arrested. They could be getting the fuck out of here still. I've seen at least 3 exits. At least 3 exits. Oh my goodness. They don't realize. There's so many of them. This will be their last protest. This is such a big deal. Gotta get the fuck out of there, kids. Why are you stopping now? Bam, exit. You know what I mean? Exit. They could have all scurried this way and this way. Exit, exit. People are coming back like, well, maybe we go this way. No, fuck all that. Go that way. I'm not even certain how that happened. It does look like they're getting ready to start herding the protest into arrests. They're breaking them off.
Crowd if their goal was to get them to disperse, but it looks like they got in here for a few minutes and are now leaving the scene.
Eliana, I wonder if it had anything to do with the fact the protesters got down there on the street with their arms raised over their heads. You know, we've seen banners saying, you know, hands up, and
No,
that's
didn't
what
have
they
anything to
did.
do
It's
with
kind
that. They
of
probably gotta
a
call
slogan that's
something
been
more
attached to
important.
many of these protesters. Do you think that had any effect on
My
the
guess
sheriff's
is like
officers
cutting
who were
to
there, and then
riots and
they
stuff here soon.
just left?
It very well could be, Chuck. Or the other thing that I'm thinking is there are a number of other calls in the area, calls that I could describe as more pressing. We know that there's still quite a bit of looting going on in the area, and we have seen dozens upon dozens of arrests. So you saw the sheriff's helicopter there in my shot just about a minute ago. I'll see if I can capture him one more time. But I know there he is. He's monitoring everything from up above, so he very Besides blocking traffic, and there really isn't too much traffic at this point, these protesters really haven't been causing any issues. They have not been responsible for any of the vandalism or looting that we have seen today. And now they're continuing here eastbound on Sunset, coming up to Hayward.
You know, we can tell you our other chopper's in the air as well. News Chopper 4 Bravo. It's on its way to Riverside. We understand there are as many as 200 to 300 protesters in the downtown area there, sort of where the Mission Inn is, if you're familiar with that area. I was monitoring some of the pictures coming in upstairs. We know that sheriff's deputies and Riverside PD are getting ready to move in on them. So we'll keep an eye on the situation. We'll get to that. Ileana, this is one area in Hollywood right now, Hayward and Sunset. You've been flying all over this afternoon. Can you give us an idea of where some of the larger groups of protesters are right now, other than this?
This is probably the largest group that we've seen within this last hour, but we did go take a look at that protest group in the Westwood area. That was the group that you saw on the 405 freeway near the Wilshire Boulevard exit. We went to go take a look at those protesters to see where they were, and we actually found a good number of them. I'm going to say at least 2 dozen, if not 3 dozen people, very close to, I believe it's going to be Beverly Glen and Wilshire, roughly that area near the golf course. And we saw that they were all being taken into custody by the LAPD. We did not notice any protesters near the Westwood Federal Courthouse. That whole area has cleared. The freeway has cleared. But we did notice that a number of the individuals that had been involved in that protest that eventually ended off on the 405 freeway, a lot of those people are now in police custody.
Eliana, was this group at all part of the other group that was over on Hollywood Boulevard where you showed us? I guess there were 20 people lined up on the curb there next to the Hollywood stars. Is this group a part of that, or is this totally separate?
I think that at one point, Chuck, they probably were part of the same group, because when we were flying over this crowd earlier, it was a lot larger than what we're seeing here right now. We estimated that it was a crowd of at least 400 people, if not more. And so what we're seeing here is significantly less than that. So at some point, I believe that they did split off, and that group has already been arrested. And not necessarily for looting. They are taking people into custody for looting, but just an overall reason why they're taking people into custody is for violating curfew. So one of the things I heard over the scanner is even if officers suspect that someone may have been looting, they don't really need that as a reason to take them into custody. They're just taking them into custody for breaking curfew. And of course, if they get information or they get surveillance footage that leads them to believe that that person could have possibly also been involved in looting, then they could add that charge later on. But for now, at least tonight, anyone...
Fuck me, folks. Bunch of folks about to get wrangled up. I really am done for the night.